Lakers fans are reeling after the loss of Anthony Davis, who injured his groin against the Miami Heat this week. Now, Lakers fans, I still believe this team will be able to stay afloat in the West over the next couple of weeks thanks to newcomer Christian Wood. I'm J. Rob with Lakers Digest, and let's get into it. Forward Cameron Reddish has taken a lot of criticism from Lakers fans as of late due to the fact that he's shooting a whopping 15% from the three-point line. However, I don't think that is a fair assessment or a fair criticism of him. For one, there is a lot of injuries on this Lakers team. You're missing a lot of perimeter defense and scoring with the loss of Jarred Vanderbilt and with Rui Hachimora being out this past week. There isn't anybody else outside of Taurean Prince who could have replaced those two players and still been able to give some sort of perimeter defense and production from that side of the ball. Now, I understand this conversation has gotten larger after LeBron James' drive and kick against the Miami Heat, where Cam Reddish shot from the corner. He was wide open. He missed. Now, in that situation, I think he should have passed the ball to Taurean Prince, and making that extra pass would have got the Lakers a better look to end that game or to close it out. And even some of the situations, I'd rather LeBron honestly just take a jumper or put it in his hands instead of leaving it to TP or Reddish. However, Lakers fans, it's unfair to be hard on Cam Reddish due to the fact that in the first 5 games of the season, he's been asked to not only guard a team's best perimeter scoring option, but he's also been asked to knock down threes and be a contributor, which I'm not saying he can't be that guy, because obviously I have been one of those on Lakers Digest to say I've seen a lot of bright spots in Cam Reddish. I mean, for example, he's played some pretty great perimeter defense. Now, I think if he was shooting the basketball at a more consistent percentage, I think a lot of the criticisms he's received by Lakers fans would subside. Now, also, I think because of Cam Reddish's minutes, there has been a bit of some criticisms for head coach Darvin Ham. Now, Lakers fans, Darvin Ham is in a situation where his 2 best perimeter defenders are not available right now. Jarred Vanderbilt has still not made his season debut for this team, and we all know Jarred Vanderbilt is the Lakers' best perimeter defender between his ability to interrupt or disrupt the passing lanes to his on-ball pressure, even his ability to defensive rebound and be a hustle player for this Lakers squad. He is definitely being missed at the moment. However, there aren't really too many other options for head coach Darvin Ham to go to in order to remedy these losses. I think Lakers fans, I understand there's a certain level of expectation for a team like this, but it's still early in the year, and I don't see a lot of situations moving forward where Cam Reddish will even be in those type of situations. So I don't think it is time to overreact. Now, maybe in those last moments, you want better shooters out there on the floor for a last possession, especially when you have LeBron James, and he's more one of those players who will decide to make the best possible play instead of always just settling for a contested jumper in late closing moments. And that's one of the reasons why he's been so great. Now, let's move on. A pleasant bright spot through all of this has been forward center Christian Wood. Now, this was a player that Darvin Ham has had the opportunity to see back in 2015. Full circle moment that they're now reunited with each other in Los Angeles. This is something that, for those Lakers fans who are worried about Anthony Davis potentially missing time with a groin spasm, Christian Wood has 100% shown that he can potentially fill in the gap, not for a long term, but to help the Lakers still be competitive and win games. I think if you watch that Miami game late, Christian Wood was 100% a key contributor to even get them down to the stretch where they had an opportunity to win the game. I like the way he's been shooting it from 3. I like his defense. But the thing I've loved most is his hustle. I think the extra plays, the hustle plays, those are the plays that are needed in order for teams of any caliber to contend for championships. And you need players like that to come along with you in order to be great. Christian Wood has shown a lot of qualities that I don't think people saw from him in Dallas. And I think the player that they thought he was in Dallas versus the players he's becoming or showing that he can be for this Lakers, I think his value as a center forward in this league is absolutely growing due to his stint with the Los Angeles Lakers. And obviously, his career totals or his season totals from last year to this year are a bit low. He's from 14 points last year to about 9 points this year. But that's also due to the fact he's playing alongside LeBron James, Anthony Davis, D'Lo, and Austin Reaves, who are going to take way more shots than him. But with Anthony Davis potentially missing some time, this will be a great opportunity for Christian Wood to kind of turn back into that player that we saw in Houston, but also applying some of these defensive hustle-minded plays that you're seeing from him. We talked earlier in the year on Lakers Digest about Christian Wood potentially being a player who can not only win maybe Sixth Man of the Year coming off the bench, but also potentially Most Improved. Now, those two awards I don't think will go to him because we've watched guys like Cam Thomas absolutely stack up points from the perimeter. He's probably shooting for that. And there's been a few other players coming off the bench who are contributing for their respective teams a little bit more than Christian Wood. However, his value to this team has more than been felt over these last few weeks of the NBA season. And I am pretty sure this will be a nice sight to look forward to over the coming weeks. Please expect Christian Wood tonight or even potentially in a game in the future coming up to be a key piece. I'm talking about a 20-point, potentially 25-plus point outing for Christian Wood. He's definitely been a bright spot. I think a lot of people wrote him off when he signed to the Lakers, but as of late, he's shown that he was a great addition to this team. And even with Jackson Hayes missing some time as well, he will be the premier big man for this Lakers squad, and I'm excited to see what he's capable of doing. With that being said, if you want to hear any more Lakers content, please subscribe. Most people who are watching this video are not subscribed to the channel. Make sure you go subscribe today. And with that being said, peace.